Hello, Eagles. I'm Andrew Harker.
And I am Tucker Lettinen.
And welcome back to episode 4 of the Avion. As always, if you missed any of the past episodes, you can find them on a dedicated playlist on the Avion YouTube channel.
So how did your midterms go?
They were definitely a stressful time. I can't believe they already were here and flew by just like that. How about you?
They were all right. I need to go to A Squared for sure and probably attend some SI sessions.
Definitely use those campus resources. Anyways, last week we heard from Abby, giving us a way to save money during our summer travels. This week, we're going to shoot for the stars, and we have Elisa, our College of Arts and Science reporter, to tell us more about the astronomy department here at Riddle.
Have you ever looked at the night sky and wondered about what's up there? I'm Elisa Taselska, your College of Arts and Sciences reporter, and I'm going to be telling you guys all about the tools you can use here at Embry-Riddle to explore your passion for space. We have one giant reflecting telescope built in 2014. The cool thing is that it's designed exactly like the telescopes found in NASA's Hubble telescope. We have 6 smaller portable telescopes as well, and they're mostly used in astronomy labs. Are you interested in zooming in on the moon? Or maybe you're curious to see the Aries constellation up close? Well, if it sounds like you, consider taking PS224 Lab or PS318 if you're an astronomy fan, or if you're majoring or minoring in astronomy and astrophysics. I love taking PS318 because I got to take pictures of Mars, our next door neighbor. For those of you who want to dive right into stargazing, ERU hosts 6 astronomy open houses each year. The next one is on Friday, February 24th at 7 p.m. Dr. Sostek from the SETI Institute, where they study the possibilities of finding life in the universe, will be hosting a public lecture in the Willie Miller Auditorium. I think there's some smart and cool aliens out there. Do you? I guess we'll find out on the 24th. I'll see you guys there.
Thank you, Elisa. I remember briefly talking about that last semester when I went to an astronomy open house. I was mesmerized by the complexity of how everything comes together.
I know. I'm taking an astronomy lab next semester, and I'm so excited to use those telescopes.
I know I've heard about interesting weather in space, but I wonder if you can see them through the telescopes. However, do you know if we're going to have some interesting weather here?
See, let's check out with our studio meteorologist, Jacob, who will gladly fill you in. Jacob.
Thank you, Tucker and Drew, and happy Tuesday, Eagles. Currently, temperatures are sitting in the low 80s, 82 degrees. Partly cloudy conditions, and those winds south-southeast at 8 miles per hour. We're seeing a little bit of a breeze. That's keeping us a little bit cooler today. Another reason that it feels nice outside, 51 is our dew point, so we're not seeing those humid conditions. 82, well, how hot is 82? Normally for this time of year, we're usually sitting at about 73, so we are above average, and that is going to continue as we move through the rest of the week. In fact, we might be breaking some of these records as we move into the day on Thursday, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But something that I want you to also notice, our sunrise this morning was at 6:58 a.m., so we are before the 7 o'clock hour. If you are not an early bird, I would recommend that you get your blackout curtains ready. As we move into the weekend, we're going to see cloudy conditions on Friday, and those clouds are going to move up to the north as we move through the day on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday are going to be your better days to go hit the beach this weekend. Friday is going to be a little bit cloudy, so make sure you're bringing your sunscreen if you do choose to go on Saturday or Sunday. As we look at our temperatures tomorrow, 86 degrees in Palm Coast, in the upper 80s approaching 90 as you move into the interior parts of the state, and 81 degrees here in Daytona Beach. Thursday is going to be by far the warmest day of our 7-day forecast, approaching 90 degrees up in Palm Coast. Still, those upper 80s in Orlando and the interior parts of the state, 84 here in Daytona Beach. I would not be surprised if we saw those temperatures here in Daytona also approach the 90s. As we move into the day on Friday, those temperatures are going to subside, but not by much. Still 87 degrees in Palm Coast and 88 in Orlando, 81 degrees here in Daytona Beach. Our 7-day forecast shows those heat building as we move into the day on Wednesday, 84, 86 on Thursday, cooling off on Friday, and even more on Saturday as we move into the 70s. Back to you, Tucker and Drew.
Thank you, Jacob, for giving that update. So, how'd you enjoy Speed Week?
Speed Week was fun. See, I'm not the biggest car person, but I definitely love watching the Thunderbirds and all the planes flying.
Oh yeah, all the windows rattling, the buildings shaking. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, with that, why don't we transition over to Aki for our SJ Outlook?
If you ever walked into the student union on a Wednesday, you've most likely heard the music being played by a DJ who seems like they're having a good time. Or if you've ever tuned your radio to 102.5, you've probably gotten the taste for ad-free music. It's something you don't always think about, but have you ever wondered who's behind all that music? That would be the SJA's very own WIKD 102.5, the campus radio station. In addition to being Daytona Beach's only free-format radio station, they're always looking for more people to join their team. Whether as a sound technician or a broadcaster, there's something for everyone. And coming soon, WIKD will be celebrating their 30th anniversary with a special broadcast on February 22nd. Be sure to tune in for this broadcast to hear more about this incredible milestone, and of course for some ad-free music.
Thank you so much, Aki. I can't believe that WIKD is turning 30 soon. It feels like forever ago when Cole was here telling us all about it, but that might just be because of how crazy this semester has been. You might see them racing around campus in their vehicles, but today I am joined by Sam Unsworth, who is the chief of the emergency response team here on campus. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me on.
So tell me a little bit more about ERT and what you provide.
Right, so ERT provides a really, really important service on campus. We provide free 24/7 emergency medical care to all of the students, all of the faculty and staff on campus. That's provided by students just like those watching today, but they're also certified EMTs in the nation and in the state as well.
Impressive. I know you guys, that's your main focus for ERT, but is there other services you provide that students might not know about?
Yeah, we provide a few services. If you want our services at events like sports events or fraternity and sorority events too, you just need to send us an email, and we'll send a crew out there to hang out with you guys at that event to make sure everything is as safe as possible. But what we also do is all of the CPR instruction on campus and a number of other classes as well.
That's awesome. So if students are interested in getting involved with ERT, how can they go about that?
So if they're interested in involving themselves with ERT, first of all, that's awesome. If they're looking to join our organization and get more involved, they should do two things. Either stop by our office on the second floor of the Student Union, room 220, or they can join our campus groups, and doing that will get them notified when our next class is. They can come to our meetings as well and just get more involved.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you're taking time out of your very busy schedule, but before we go, what is one little piece of advice that you'd like to share to the student body?
Yeah, of course. My one piece of advice for the students is that you've heard it before. I'm not making it up. If you see something, say something. Calling campus safety will get emergency services there faster than if you call 911, but you should still call 911 after you hang up with campus safety. Our response time is 3 minutes to anywhere on campus, and that's compared to sometimes over 10 minutes for other resources around the county.
Very impressive. Thank you so much for joining us today,
Yeah,
Sam.
of course. Happy to be here.
Now, I love cars and what happens over at the track, but now that the 500 is over, what other events can I attend? Why don't we hear from our chief sports reporter to hear about the upcoming events happening here at Riddle? Kyle?
Thanks, Tucker. What is up, sports fans? Welcome back from the weekend. I'm Kyle Navarro, your chief sports reporter. Last week you heard from my studio colleague Owen, but this week you're stuck with me, and what a week of events we have. But first, let's talk about what happened this past weekend. Yesterday was the premier race for NASCAR fans around the country and around the world. I hope some of y'all were able to go and see the race because the Daytona 500, as always, did not disappoint. I know I was excited. I swear each year the race gets more exciting, and I don't know about you, but I'm already looking forward to next year's events. Looking forward to this week. Wednesday the 22nd is a big night for Eagles basketball. The men's and women's basketball teams are taking on the Rollins College teams in our home court. Not only that, but it's senior night. Eagles, come out and support your teams. Tip-off is in the ICI Center at 5:30 p.m. for the women's basketball game and at 7:30 p.m. for the men's game. See you all there. This upcoming Saturday, the 25th, the Embry-Riddle men's and women's tennis teams are taking on the Eckerd College teams. If you're around, come on out and support your Eagles in this double home match. That's all I got for this week, Eagles. Stay tuned for next week's sports update. Tucker, I better see you at the basketball game.
Kyle, you know I'm going to be there. And speaking of athletics, did you know that you can get reduced ticket prices from the campus recreation department?
See, I did know that because I tried to get Disney tickets a few weeks ago, but they're still waiting for more to arrive.
It's such a nice thing to have reduced cost tickets. I believe they have like Universal, Busch Gardens, Kennedy, all those fun Florida activities.
See, and that's a great way to let some steam off right before the exams, especially with some friends.
Yeah, it is. I'm planning on going to Universal as my next one. I can't wait to go see Harry Potter and get my wand.
See, I bet you are, Tucker. Anyways, I'm Andrew Harker.
And my name's Tucker Lettinen, and thank you for joining us for another episode.